Hey guys, so I'm gonna go and tell you guys on how to go navigate through life with young energy. So first thing is that I've noticed a lot of people around me that are even younger than me or about the same age or older people. So I am 28, about to be 29, and I've noticed that even like people that were like 23, 24 keep saying that they feel old and they are feeling the whole whatever, the downhill thing. And I'm gonna go and talk to you guys that I think that all that is, it's all in the mind, obviously, and I'm gonna tell you guys how to flip it so that way you have this young energy vibe when you walk into a room in general, or to feel youthful, because I think a lot of people just they don't have the energy or the positivity or the whatever, the whole aura of young energy. And I think that some people need some help on it, and so because it, I don't know, I feel it would be depressing to go through life at such an early age, even at like 24. I feel that's so young to say that you're feeling old, or you could feel the downhill already. And honestly, in my opinion, if you're like 25 and below, you're kind of a child, in my opinion, because the brain stops developing at 25 and like entirely, and you process things a little bit more so. And so I think that you're really starting out in life right when you hit 25, because your brain is developed and everything is. And then you can process things more, and you're just starting out in life. I think you just see all of the trying to not say a cuss word, with all of the things about like society in general, and you get to learn more about it and how things run and the way that you take stuff like that. So for me, the first thing that I do personally, for me, I'm one of those people, when I get up, I am ready to go. I am just I'm ready to go and start my day. Like for some people it takes them a little longer, so if you take a little longer, maybe put some like cold water on your face. So one thing that I do, I don't know if a lot of people do this, I've never heard anyone doing this, but have you ever noticed that when you watch any movie that has a villain, there's this strong energy vibe that you sense? So when they appear on the screen, you get this sense of energy from the villain. And it's this very strong energy, but you don't know how to describe it. So what I do personally is I'll put on like villain music in the background when I go and do my normal routine in the morning, and it kind of like sets you in the mode of this like strong energy vibe and this rhythm that you get going. So I really suggest trying this method, because it really helps for me to go and get that energy. Like if you're feeling low, well, just listen to like Disney villain music or any kind of other villain, doesn't have to be Disney, but you'll get that essence or that energy from them, and you'll have that strength, like that vibe. So when you walk out of the door, you're ready. You have that like energy, instead of you just walking around slowly, oh, let me go, do my normal routine, and you're like, oh, everything is a drag. Well, if you put in villain music behind, like in the background, then that will help you get that energy. So that's one way that I do it. Another thing, obviously, for me is have a huge breakfast. So I'll literally have an entire table like full of food. So I'm one of those people, when I eat, I'll literally have like a appetizer, my main dish, sides, some fruit, whatever drink that I feel like. That is what I do personally. Every single morning I do that for myself. It just really sets a tone, and I like it very fancy, my breakfast, so I'll try my best to put it on like nice plates and stuff, and it sets the tone for myself in the morning. So I would really suggest that. So let's say you're having a parfait, so if you go and make your parfait, I really suggest to put it like in a champagne glass or something like that, so that way you're getting like the fancy vibe, you're getting all your nutrients, and when I am full from food, I feel like I'm ready to go. Like it's time for me to go and rock my day, kind of. So that's kind of one of the other things I do. So I eat a whole bunch. I go and drink tons of water. So I have this goal thing. I bring this black jug everywhere I go. It's like about this big. And I try to drink this much water every single day in the morning is my goal. A lot of people have issues when it comes to like the water intake for some reason. So at the beginning when I was doing my YouTube, I was reminding people to drink water or whatnot, or drink chicken broth because it's really good collagen. And a lot of I got made fun of for it. So yeah, I really, I feel it's so important to drink water because people are not reminded by it. Like they literally have to be reminded on a daily basis to drink water. Like it's so simple, just drink water, or tea, whatever you want. And then 2 hours later, if you want, go and have coffee. Don't have coffee immediately, because when I have coffee immediately, without any food whatsoever, anxiety comes in and it ruins my entire day. Like my anxiety is so bad. I feel like I can't even drive sometimes. I can't even go to work. Like it's that crippling. And so I really suggest like have coffee, a few hours after. Like you can have coffee right after you eat. There you go. So, well, for me, it takes me like an hour or nearly 2 hours to eat normally. That's just how I am and all that. But yeah, that's, by then I'm ready to go and drink coffee if I want. I love coffee, huge fan of it, and all that. I would love one day to try Rise Coffee, which is made out of mushrooms, and see if that would be better for me. But yeah, I'm saving up for that a little later. But that's one of my other suggestions, is to have big breakfast and then have coffee if you want a little later. If you're an adult, I would not suggest to have coffee when you're a child, because I used to have coffee and it would keep me up all night, and I think maybe that's why I didn't grow taller, maybe because I drank coffee and I wasn't sleeping, and you want to be as tall as you want, right? So yeah, so my suggestion is just drink water and then coffee 2 hours later. And then make sure to if you have a pet, take your pet out to walk in general. I think that makes you feel youthful. So what I do is I'll go and walk my dog, and I'll listen to like pop music or country music, something that's more on the upbeat scale, or synth music on the upbeat scale, and I'll that makes me feel very young, I guess, inside. And then another thing, obviously, is you go to the mirror and you say, I am this many years young. That really helps. And then obviously just your, skincare, obviously. But to really feel that energy really is to be fed. If you want coffee, go ahead, but just a little later. And then I would say mix it up. Like, don't have the same coffee every single day. So let's say your favorite's like hazelnut coffee. So mine's hazelnut coffee. That's my favorite. But if I have it every single day, I'm gonna be bored. So I have to change it up here and there. So I do that. So that way I'm not bored, even though hazelnut is my favorite. And then like just listening to villain music, taking your dogs out, listening to pop music, synth music. I'm a very big fan of synth music. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's incredible. Definitely, I love like dreamy synth. That is the vibe that I enjoy. Usually though, I listen to that at nighttime. So I would look up dreamy synth music, and maybe female vocals behind it. It's gorgeous. Go check that out. But yeah, that really like keeps in the youth energy and stretching. So a lot of people that say, oh, I'm getting older, I can feel the effects. Well, they talk about how their joints are cracking, the back hurts, blah, blah, blah. So probably you're not getting up enough, you're not walking around enough. So I really suggest walking around a bit. Obviously go and stretch. So what I do, which I do this, but sometimes I forget, but I really suggest every single day is to go and do the middle split and go as far as you can and count 20 seconds. And then go and do one leg and then do the other leg for 20 seconds. And so what is that, like almost a minute? And it only takes a minute of your time. And then whenever it comes to stretching your arms, just do this and this for an example, and that really helps. And then obviously just like turning your back around. But that is something that will really help with your like joints and whatnot. And I think that drinking chicken broth may help with the joints. I'm not sure, but I think that may help. So I think, yeah, the main thing that when people are saying, oh, I'm tired, my joints are creaking, I don't have the energy, I can't upkeep, blah, blah. So what I do, obviously do a list. And then another thing is to go and make it so that way it's easier. So let's say like you get up and you're tired. So what I do is I'll only do like one or two fast things, very fast item, like a household chore. And then I don't feel like I wasted my time. And then if I'm still tired after doing like 2 small tasks, I go back to bed and then see if I can go to sleep. If not, then I'll do more. If I can go to sleep, I'll put a timer for 30 minutes and then I'll go back doing household chores. So that's another way of trying to deal with like if you're tired. Now, if you're really always tired, you're not getting enough sleep, and you're gonna need to do is, obviously do a night routine that works for you. But yeah, going to bed at a certain time and then making sure, figuring out if you need 8 or 9 hours. Some people need 7, like 6, 7, or 8 or 9. It just depends person by person. So figure out what is best for you, and then make sure that time frame that you have that sleep time. So let's say, for an example, you sleep for 9 hours. Like really good sleep for you is 9 hours. So what I do is I counter in that, and I have to counter in the time of how long it's gonna take me to go to sleep. So I count in another like 30 minutes, let's say. So it's gonna take me 9.5 hours. So I go and make sure that I give myself that 9.5 to 10 hours to go and to sleep, stuff like that. So that would help with the sleeping thing, because maybe some people, they're like, well, I only need 7. Okay, but you have to counter in the fact that it takes you a bit of time to go and fall asleep. So you need that extra hour. So you need 8 hours. And I think that a lot of people, when they go to bed, they're bringing in luggage and they're thinking about and analyzing everything. At least for me, I'm highly analytical. So in bed is most of my time when I am analyzing everything. And that takes me quite a bit of time. So if you are like that, you need to obviously meditate, use a synth music. Maybe that might help put your mind somewhere else. But yeah, meditation, if you struggle with that, noise, like white noise or green noise, pink noise, stuff like that, or you go and remind yourself, hey, for an example, work Molly is gone right now. This is sleep Molly time. So it's time to go to sleep. So then I need to shut that part of my brain about analyzing everything, and then I go to sleep. So that's kind of what I would suggest to get your maximum amount of sleep. And then I think that a thing that helps is having silk pillows and silk sheets, because it makes you feel luxurious. You feel like you're royalty. And they have like cheap ones on Amazon that you can get, so do that. And then if you want to feel more luxurious, then having a duvet cover that's fluffy. And if yours is kind of like not as fluffy, then put 2 duvet covers, and it'll feel like that heaviness of like royalty beds or so. And so that might help you go to sleep. Or smelling lavender and all that. I wouldn't say a candle, because I have done candle and then I go to sleep and it's on all night, and that's not good. So I just put like a little spray and all that. That should help with that. And yeah, so a lot of people are just saying like those things, like they don't have the energy for things. Obviously just eating things would help. And then you know, getting proper sleep. And then the other thing is like the joints they complain about. And then when it comes to like the mindset, a lot of time people that say they feel old or they don't have that energy, that youth energy anymore, they're putting their efforts into complaining, or they're putting their efforts towards maybe like someone else, or something or someone did them wrong. Apparently this is a very common theme that I am hearing and seeing from people. So when it comes to something like that, obviously you're gonna need counseling and all that, but I think that writing it might and sorting out how you feel about it, and then if you want you can burn it, that may help with your feelings towards whatever subject that is, and lay it to bed. And when it burns, you tell yourself it's done, it's over, none of that anymore. Like you have this new identity. You're not mad about you're not mad about this situation, blah blah blah. So I think that should help you with if you felt someone did you wrong, or you're upset over this or that, whatever you're analyzing in the bed, just go and write it down on the piece of paper, blah blah blah, and then you try to sort it out. And then what you do is just don't put it underneath your pillow, put it underneath your bed, and then whenever you have extra time, you can go and rip out the pages and burn it. That should make you feel better and whatnot, and should go and not make you feel like you want your revenge, or you are you're after something, you know. So that's kind of how I would deal with it. If you're being highly analytical, something's upsetting you, whatever, that's what I would do. I think that when it comes to just dwelling on a situation or some certain thought, whatever, remind yourself this is sleep time, this is my rest time, whatever, and then that part of your brain should shut down, you know. So that's what I do to go and help with keeping my youth energy. I think that everywhere I go, I have this certain strong energy, and people can't really pinpoint it, and it's because I do these things to help keep that youth energy, even though I am getting a bit older. And you know, people that are even younger than me are complaining about, you know, and I think it's all in the mind, and you just have to go and surround yourself with this certain type of energy, and based on the things that I've said.